We had a little interruption there. This is, let me make sure here. Let me make sure I'm recording again. Yeah, I'm recording. Okay. So you can see here, these points in here between the two sides are in the interior of the angle, and all these points out in here are in the exterior of the angle. Now, another way we can label an angle is we can put a number right here inside the vertex. So like if I put a 1 there, I can call that, I can say this is also angle 1. In a third way, and the symbol here, if you look at the symbol, the angle symbol is just a little angle, so it looks like that. And then I would type in A, B, and C. Or I could type in angle 1, or another way I could do it is I can type in, I can just say angle B. Got to be a capital letter. I can say angle B as long as there's only one angle that has B as a vertex, and then there's no problem understanding what type angle we have, okay? Now that's the kind of the foundation of the basic information about an angle. So what I'd like to do now is share with you, there are classifications of angles, so I'm going to erase this, and I'm going to get rid of all of this. And then we'll come back and I'm going to draw a different picture and we'll talk about the different types of angles. So if I draw a straight line here, a line, all lines are straight. And then I come in here into the middle somewhere, I can draw a line up like this. And then I can draw a line like this, which would be straight up. So now I'm going to put some points on these lines. So let's say, all right, this point right here, we'll call this point A. We'll call this point right here point B. So this is B. We're going to call this point up here C. So this is C. This point will be D. And this point over here will be E. Now, there are several types of angles. The first angle we talk about is an acute angle. Okay, now acute angle is an angle that has greater than 0 degrees measure and less than 90. So now if you look at the picture here, an example of an acute angle would be angle E, B, D, because the measure of that angle is less than 90 degrees. Now, the next type of angle we're going to have is a right angle. In a right angle, the measure is equal to, so it's equal to and that's going to be 90 degrees. And the way you can tell when you have a diagram like this, if you have a right angle, there will be a little square sitting right down here, like that, okay? When you see that little square, you know, for instance, this time that angle A BC is a right angle. Okay, because the measure of angle ABC is 90 degrees. Now, the third type of an angle is a obtuse angle, an obtuse angle. And an obtuse angle has measure. So an obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees. Okay, and less than 180 degrees. Okay, so in this case here, angle A, B, D would be an example of an obtuse angle. So those are the things, I'll stop sharing here. Those are the things that we talked about today. We talked about the characteristics of an angle, how you talk about its properties, and then we talked about the different types of angles. So if you look at your homework assignment, you basically have a figure, and it's just asking you questions, asking you to identify different aspects of different angles. So glance through your book anytime you've got something like this. It's a good idea if you just kind of skim through your book and look at the highlighted parts, the parts that are shaded in blue that talk about being key points. Look at all your definitions, and then once again, if you have any questions, send me an email. Now, if you look at your schedule, next Tuesday we will be scheduled to do the mid-chapter quiz for Chapter 1. So you got your syllabus for Chapter 1. So if you want to start looking at that, and then you'll have to be able to send that to me by either take a picture and send me an email or send it to me on OneNote. So any questions, let me know. Have a good weekend.